Hi students, I'm going to show you how to make a sound on your clarinet or saxophone. We're only going to use the mouthpiece and the barrel for the clarinet and the mouthpiece and the neck for the saxophone. That way we can focus just on making the sound and what to do with your mouth and not worry about holding the whole instrument. First thing we're going to do is make sure our reed is properly placed on our mouthpiece, nice and straight. It doesn't have any cracks or chips out of it, and you can see that tiny line of black across the top. We also need to make sure your reed is wet. You've put it in your mouth before you put it on the mouthpiece for at least a minute or two to get the entire thin part from here up wet in your mouth. We're going to start by covering our bottom teeth with our lip, like that. Just enough to cover the teeth. Don't pull it all the way in, like that. It'll get in the way. Our top teeth are going to touch down on the plastic of the mouthpiece, and the bottom lip covering our teeth will touch the reed. We want to put about half of the mouthpiece in our slanted part of the mouthpiece in our mouth. We don't want to put the whole thing in, just about half of it. Once I put the reed against my bottom lip and my top teeth down on the plastic, I'm going to close and squeeze my corners closed. And I'm going to bite down just hard enough so that the mouthpiece doesn't jiggle around. I don't want to bite down too hard or the air won't be able to get in. I'll close off the opening. For the clarinet, we want to angle the instrument almost straight down, slant it out just a little bit like this. Okay? Bottom teeth are covered, top teeth on the plastic, close the corners, and blow. For the saxophone, it's about the same thing as the clarinet. Cover your bottom teeth, top teeth on the plastic, close the corners. You don't want to bite down too hard for the saxophone, just enough so that the mouthpiece doesn't move around inside your mouth. Make sure your reed is wet. That's the sound you should get. Now for both, if you're having trouble, you might be getting a really high-pitched squeaky sound. That might mean you have too much of the mouthpiece in your mouth. Something like that. It also might mean that your reed is dry or your reed is cracked. If you feel like you're blowing and the air won't go into the instrument, you probably have not enough of the mouthpiece in your mouth, or you're biting down too hard. So try to put a little bit more into your mouth, or release a little bit of the pressure. Like I can't blow in, I'm squeezing so much that the opening between the reed and the mouthpiece is closed. The other thing to make sure is that we're squeezing from the corners so that our cheeks aren't puffing out. Like that. You're probably going to get a pretty squeaky, high-pitched sound like that when your cheeks are puffed out. So squeeze from the corners to keep that from happening. Good luck and have fun.